All right, welcome back. Betsy Miller, To Be Organized. All right, let's just jump right into it. I'm going to talk about closets.
Okay.
I know you cluttered closets will make you late. They'll make you late to work. All right.
True.
This is a tip right here that I really like, the color coordinated.
Oh, I just love a good rainbow closet.
Don't you?
So this is a little girl's room, and I just say start them out right. Get nice hangers. It's not required, but it certainly makes it look neater.
Well, everything's uniform. That way you can see,
And this particular little girl can now, go into her closet and get herself ready. So you've saved some time in the morning, or you could lay the clothes out at night if you wanted to, but I think this turned out really cute.
Okay, that's a good tip. All of us can take advantage of that one. We've got something here that I have never seen before.
Oh.
Look closely over to the left at this contraption. It's essentially a pull-down organizer, right?
So, yeah, these are great solutions if you have really tall, high ceilings. A lot of times I just put out-of-season things up there. For me, anything's going to be out of reach, obviously. But a lot of big houses now have enough space in them to accommodate these pull downs. So I think it's a great solution.
Well, and you may have space up there that's really not being used for anything. So you might as well use something.
Exactly.
So you can reach up with something and pull that up and push it back up and pull it down.
Yeah,
it's got
it just
a handle
has
on
a pull down handle.
Well, that's a nice thing to have.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got a couple more. Okay, so you're a big fan of these rolling sort of bin
Love
organizers.
a rolly rack. We use these a lot. These are great for kids stuff because they're not expensive, and even if they fall over, they're not going to hurt them. Some of those racks can get really heavy.
Yeah.
So these are great. We use these a lot for Legos, and look at that, another rainbow by To Be Organized.
So you have put the Legos in by color?
Colors, but you know what? The kids really get into this. So they get to work. They love it. Put them to work doing this.
Let them do it, and they'll enjoy doing it.
This little boy was thrilled with this. Yeah.
No, that's not a bad idea at all. And it gets it out of the way. You can kind of still see what's in there, but it sort of hides it at the same time. Okay, let's go down here to the tabletop. And, now Betsy makes the point, you don't have to spend a lot of money on this stuff, but these are just some things that might help you out. What is this collapsible?
Oh, I love
like
these.
This.
So sometimes we have companies that send us their product for us to try it out, and I've never seen a collapsible basket. So
it's a basket, but it's not the fabric.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, typically you see the kind that collapse down that you can kind of put in your car and that kind of stuff, but I don't know, I thought those were really cute. And here's how you label it. Handy dandy. Look at this. They now have these little clip-on labels, and you can just change them out.
You can just change it out so you'll know what's in there when you look at the top of your closet.
You can't put a sticker on these, so those are great. I love these clear containers. These are great for kids stuff. Puzzles, you know how puzzle boxes are always wonky? You've got a long one, a fat one, a short, like people.
They get torn on the side.
A fat one, a short one.
Exactly. Well, they get torn on the side and you're losing pieces and all that.
So these are great, and they just keep all the puzzles, uniform. And then if you wanted to, you could do a picture of what the puzzle
is on the top.
Same with these. These are just little containers you could use in the car for travel. These kids have all these little toys that are teeny tiny. I don't
little
get
games for your little cartridges for maybe, if you have a DS or something like that, you don't have an organizer for it, you could put some stuff in there.
These are great. Yeah.
Okay. Organizers for mail. I can't tell you how badly I need one in our kitchen. It just stacks up. And
these are great. You can use these for anything. I use these in bathroom drawers for makeup, that kind of stuff. You can't beat a mason jar. I mean, let's talk about decanting. So
yes, we had a viewer question.
Said in our last segment, what is decanting? Decanting is essentially taking it out of the original packaging and putting it in something nicer. You can see. Nicer and cuter. And did I just move that?
No, I did that. Weird. I have a bad habit of leaning on the table, so we're not having an earthquake or anything.
Sorry. So, do we have time for these?
We do. Drawer organizers.
So I love these because sometimes when you buy the little plastic containers, they don't always fit. So this essentially, you can make your own size. It's just expandable.
So if you have that kitchen drawer, you can, and these will fit because it's a spring thing, you can divide it into
You could
like
do something
3
really fat, like if you had big tongs and big stuff.
Yeah, and
Or
then
you
the
could
smaller
do-
things there, or you could turn them this way.
You could totally turn them that way. And they also make them now for deep drawers.
For deep drawers. Okay.
So I use these a lot.
These are
Because-
handy.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, not all the little containers fit your stuff.
Exactly.
So this is kind of customizing it, but
Yeah, but this is great
and
stuff.
these are not expensive. Again, I don't ever want clients to feel like they have to spend a lot of money. These are not expensive. I don't coupon, but I don't buy a lot of expensive stuff. So
Yeah.
I say use what you have, and less is always more.
Less
That's
is
always
more.
gonna be-
Throw stuff out. That
Yeah.
is one of the first things to do. She says you could organize one space per day for 30 days, which is a good tip. You could pick one room and deep clean it per week for about 4 weeks, and then you'll have really, really clean rooms. My tip is this, and I'm not the tidiest person, I know, but here's my thing. When it overwhelms me, and it does, I say to myself, okay, Joy, give it 1 hour, period, to clean or to organize. 1 hour. I set my phone timer, I put on some music. That hour is over like that,
Yes.
and my world is a better place.
Yes.
And sometimes I say, you know what, I can do a second hour.
Yes.
But that way, I'm not doing it all day.
Well, I
You
think
know?
that's when people set themselves up for failure.
Yeah.
And I told you that earlier. People call and say, hey, can we do our basement? Well, they've lived in the house for 40 years. It's going to take a while. So let's just break it down into manageable times. 3 hours, 2 hours,
Yeah.
an hour, whatever works.
Do part of the basement now, and
Yeah.
then part of the basement later. But anyway, it has been so nice having you on, Betsy
you. I'm
Miller,
glad
for
to see
sure.
you.
And we want to thank everybody that came on today. The Hy-Vee Floral Department, Chris Six with Crime Traveler, Cammie Jenkins, our friends at ET, and Betsy, and we'll see you tomorrow.